Man Tools is brought to you by
EXO AUTOWORKS. EXO AUTOWORKS is Colorado Springs' home of the $40 synthetic blend oil change. Call now, 719-375-3232, or visit exoautoworks.com to make your appointment.
It's about that time of year again when it's going to start getting real cold, and you're going to hope that your heat is working optimally. Not to worry, we actually offer a BG product to clean out that heater core, and then that way you can have nice hot heat this winter.
Madrid Maintenance. Madrid Maintenance offers excellent handyman service in the Colorado Springs area, starting at just $45 an hour. You can reach them by phone at 719-963-2020 or online at facebook.com/Madrid Maintenance.
Trevor's Beard is brought to you by The Beard Struggle. The Beard Struggle is his go-to for beard hygiene and styling products, so you should click the link below and use the code TLANE15 for 15% off your order.
Enharmonic Studios. Enharmonic Studios is a hybrid digital analog facility designed to be quality and affordable to anyone who wants to make history. Call today, 719-963-2020, or go to facebook.com/Enharmonic Studios.
Across the millennium years is crunch time in this whole agenda, crunch time for the human race. This is the time when this network of interbreeding bloodlines wants to bring in its global fascist structure of a world government to which nation states would be administrative units, of a world central bank and a world currency, a currency that wouldn't be cash, it would be merely electronic, for which there are fundamental implications for human freedom. And also the World Army, which is designed to be NATO, expanding and expanding as it is now, of course, to become the fully fledged World Army, World Police Force. And underpinning that little lot is designed to be a microchip population, in which we are microchipped with our financial details, our medical details, etc., etc. And that would allow not only electronic tagging, people knowing where we are all the time, it would allow the external manipulation through this electronic means of our mental and emotional processes. This will happen unless the human race wakes up and wakes up fast. And to do that, we need to understand what's really going on. And to let people know that, we've got to stop beating about the bush, stop pulling punches, stop pussyfooting around, keeping information from people, oh my goodness, how will they react, and just say, this is going on, take it or leave it, make of it what you will, but this is what's going on.
From EXO AUTOWORKS. Streaming all over the world.
Coming for you, globalist!
It's your weekly dose of toxic masculinity.
Toxic masculinity.
With Eric Madrid.
Because if too many people are just running around with their dicks out, it's called the Harambe variant.
And Trevor Lane.
No. A of Karens.
Nice car, bud.
Hey.
How's everybody doing out there in Man Tools land? Or in the global fascist microchipped regime?
Well, I was thinking about this. That video is from 1998. A lot of things are correct. I think the only thing that is possibly not correct is the vision then of a microchip. They saw it as like an injected into your body thing.
We have it.
But no, it's you just carry it around.
Yeah. It's not so micro.
You feel like it's your life, and oh my God, where's my phone? It has such an innocuous name too. Phone. Where's my phone?
I don't know. I have it a lot, but when I'm doing things, I leave it in the truck. I left it at the gas station. I'm like, oh yeah, whoops.
Yeah.
I'm not heroin tethered to it. It's more. It's a little less than that. It's. I don't know. It's like TV.
Well, I can't have it at work Well, I can't have it all the way inside. I'll put it that way. They've relaxed.
What?
It used to be you couldn't go into as they call it on the base, the restricted area. But now you can bring it like into the building, and they have these little lockers for you to leave it, because you can't bring it into like the room where we do our work, because you don't want this thing even accidentally getting video or audio of classified
Anything.
shit.
Yeah. Anything in that room?
So, yeah.
I forget. You're kind of Jack Ryan.
Well,
Like,
no, but it makes me laugh. The other day we had on like because we have like TV channels on in the background, kind of just up on a screen.
yeah, Teletubbies.
No, it was the first Iron Man. So Rhodes, the Colonel guy, is in a similar room to what we're in.
Yeah.
And he answers his fucking phone for
Yeah.
Tony.
Yeah.
Like, nope.
Not even close. Hey, Rhodes, stop.
And if it rang, first off, every eye would be on you.
Like,
And then secondly, you'd be like, you try to look at someone else.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, this guy
hey,
forgot
it's him.
to leave his phone outside.
It's not me, it's him. Good Lord. What's up, everybody? What's up, Cone? What's up, Keys? We had Cone help me out today. He was the lever man.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Cone used his big rod and helped me out today.
That's what big rods are for.
That's right.
What did you need fixed with a big rod?
Where did you put your phone all the way in?
The building?
The building. That was my truck. No, that was super cool. I was like, oh, all right. I know how to put this thing on. And I brought my I brought my own what would I call it? Encouragement tool.
Okay.
Take a guess.
Encouragement tool, gigantic hammer.
There you go.
Okay.
Perfect. Yeah, ding
was
ding
gonna
ding. First try. No, Cone decided it was it needed more encouragement.
Okay.
So he brought a 5-foot pry bar and we encouraged it.
Well, it can't. What is that thing? It can't be tight if it's liquid.
Can't be
The guy
tight
pulls
if-
out a torch.
I wasn't asking.
I forget what that thing comes from, but it's that list of like the dude's trying to loosen a bolt, and eventually it gets to, well, it can't be stuck if it's liquid.
Yep. Plasma torch. Good times. Yeah.
So Keys, if you're driving through Utah, are you stopping here?
Right. That's what I was bugging her.
Or are you trying to haul ass too fast?
Let's see. So we got a hell of a show. We're kind of killing time until our guest shows up.
We are. They're going to be here at 8 our time.
Right.
About 20 more minutes.
20 minutes of Man Tools goodness. That's what you get.
Oh, she's going the other way. All right. Well, thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for stopping by. That's fun. Yeah, moving to Florida. Everybody moves to Florida.
Dude, I would love to become a Florida man.
It would fit right in. You really would. You'd fit right in. That would be a thing. Let's see. Utah. What's in Utah? What's in Utah to see? Depending on which way you're going. If you're going the north route, Mormons. If you're going the south route, as soon as you get out, you can go to Vegas. But that's about it in Utah.
That's pretty much it.
No. Beaver, Utah on I-70 and 15 or whatever that is. But you pop out of Colorado into Beaver.
The Great Salt Lake. It's exciting.
Exciting. But Beaver.
A lake made out of salt. In the middle of someplace landlocked. I guess that is odd to have a large. Well,
Mm-mm. If you understand the continental drift, and
I don't. So
it's all right. You Puerto Rico's over there.
That's right. Right by Florida.
Well, we went to the Museum of Natural History this week. Nature and Science, whatever it's called, the one at Denver.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a whole exhibit, 2 floors, and there's 3 kiosk stops where you have to stop and then hit the button and watch the progress as they've sort of mapped it out for you. And it shows a little square that's supposed to be Colorado, and it shows how the planet moved and everything. And then you walk that part of the exhibit, then you hit it next, then it moves. So basically, where the mountains are now,
Is this
behind us,
related to Pangea breaking apart?
Yeah, all that jazz.
Okay. Yeah,
From 540 million years ago till
Right.
up to 60 million years ago.
Yeah, cool.
To where we're at now.
Yeah.
And it shows how the continents drifted and it split apart, and there was a huge ocean between us, and then a river turned into a river, and then we slammed together at
Right.
that's why up in Wyoming, you know, and in Montana and here it's partially in the Rocky Mountains, why halfway up the mountain there's a fucking riverbed where
Yeah. Okay.
So that's how you get salt water in
Okay.
Salt Lake.
All right.
Got trapped.
Cool.
Yeah. I got beat up a lot as a kid. Blew
Yeah.
that bell curve. You know this.
That does bring up also I forget where this came up earlier in the week, but I was talking to somebody about no, I wasn't talking to somebody about it. I was watching something about it, which is even I don't know why I thought I was a part of the conversation. But it had to do with how there are 2 myths that every culture has.
The flood myth.
Flood myth,
Yeah. and
which
Messiah.
seems to indicate that it's not a myth, that it's
Rooted in
happened.
something somewhere.
and dragons. So, it's like, were we around dinosaurs somehow?
What did they just dig up in Egypt? A fucking 1 million year old obsidian hatchet.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, that would change the whole game. Would change the entire game.
And also with the dragons thing, although this is different in different cultures, not all cultures have the fire breathing thing. But assuming for a second it is something that they somehow saw in their culture at some point. What?
You mean that
Like-
shitty movie?
Like I can
with-
wrap my head around, okay, people and dinosaurs somehow crossed paths. There is that is it Graham Hancock that has the thing on Netflix about the ancient apocalypse, where he thinks he believes there were actually more ancient civilizations that were destroyed.
That's
than
what
we
that's
can
what
see.
that whole hatchet is unlocking that whole.
So his one of the things I guess they touch on is maybe probably not Homo sapien, but some Homo something or other may have crossed paths with dinosaurs, and that's where the myths of dragons started to be.
I would wager this. Probably not, considering the atmosphere, because I still believe that the atmospheric pressure had to be far more buoyant to support life that large.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. So what I think though is possibly remnants, bones.
Well, I was going to say, or they were a little smarter than we give them credit for.
Very much so, and they found bones of critters, and we're like,
Yeah.
there be dragons here.
Unlike, I guess the Greek idea of Titans
I thought you were
Actually-
going somewhere else with that.
actually came
Salad.
from they found mammoth bones and improperly reconstructed them to look like giant people,
Yeah.
and they were like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah, Anunnaki. Yeah, right. This is Anunnaki. This 18-foot fucking basketball players
Yeah.
out here. Yeah, I could see that too. Well, you only know what you know, so
Yeah,
you're going off a puzzle piece with
And
no
it's-
box lid. You're
Yep.
like, well,
this kind of fits, and
This
you're
sort
like, "Okay,"
yeah,
but it doesn't actually.
right, right.
So I don't know. It's wild.
We'll never know. Not for sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
No, you know,
Unless we invent time travel.
I had to explain carbon dating. Well, I like potassium, you know, being the isotope that's used most often, you know, for dating. Well, how does that work? And then that blew mind. totally changed the whole experience, I think. Once I was like, well, this is how that works. I was like, oh shit. Yeah. So we can figure out, how old rocks are. So like, wait, we could just like go in the mountains and grab someone's like 2 million years old. I'm like, yeah, we can go out back. And like,
Yeah. That's why I find it hilarious when you see salt that has an expiration date.
Truth. Yeah.
It's like, oh, really?
That's a good one.
Is this suddenly going to not be salt?
I'm like, if you really want to bake your noodle on a thought experiment, everything you're touching right now, including yourself, when you touch yourself, as often as you touch yourself, it's all 13.2 billion years old.
Right. Yeah. All of the matter that's here has been here the whole time.
It's been here the whole time.
Yeah,
We're all that old.
Just changes states and recombines, and
That's all that old. So
well, it's like who was it that the quote was something like "We're all stardust"?
Yeah. No, Jesus, thanks.
It wasn't Neil deGrasse.
No, the guy who taught him. Sorry.
The Cosmos guy from back in the day, Carl Sagan.
Carl Sagan. Yeah. Kind of sounded like Kermit the Frog.
Kind of, yeah.
He was a neat guy. I guess he came to Neil deGrasse Tyson's 3rd grade class. And Neil's like, I'm going to be that guy.
Yeah. There's a fun story. I don't know. I have no idea if it's true about Neil deGrasse Tyson, I guess, was building some kind of collider-ish thing. This is kind of what got him
like all young
really
Sheldon
discovered.
Stuff.
Yeah. And he wrecked like the neighborhood power grid doing it.
Like young Sheldon?
Yes. And they're like,
hey, stole the radioactive isotopes out of the smoke detectors.
Let's bring you somewhere where this won't happen when you do this stuff, because apparently you know what's going on.
Look, I didn't get discovered when I wrecked the city power grid either. I went to jail. There's a difference. I didn't get a grant. I got 2 years with parole. Well, anyway,
as one does.
They're dropping like flies. They're like leaving us in droves.
Well, we could get into some stories.
I was gonna say, if you guys are still with us, send us a little message. Tell us how your week was. That'd be fun. We never do that. We always just talk about ours.
That's true. We could get into some stories, and then they can just join us wherever we're at.
Yeah. Do we need to switch over now?
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll leave YouTube. Right meow. I am going to, for those of you who happen to be watching on YouTube, I am going to chat to you a link to watch us over on Rumble. And you may ask, well, why would you leave YouTube? Well, because they censor the fuck out of everything. That's why. So Rumble doesn't do that. So I will now turn off YouTube in 3, 2, and 1.